Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here, and I've been a little bit busy with other stuff, but I had to cover this. It's the box toppers for the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set. That's right, it has a box topper. What is that? Well, it's one or a small number of cards that are inside of a sealed box. They're usually pretty valuable, and I have not looked at any of these yet, so I'm going to be surprised right along with you. So first up, we got Bag End. Interesting name. It's actually Horizon Canopy. So all of these are, I'm not sure if they have a term for it formally, but like reskins of existing cards. So this is a very odd land. You can tap it, pay 1 life, add 1 green or 1 white to your mana pool, or if you pay 1 and tap it and sack it, draw a card. So it's a draw pain land, I guess. It was in Future Sight. It was also an expedition. It was actually 2 expeditions. It was in the Zendikar Rising Expeditions, quote unquote, which that version's a whole $20, tied for the lowest price. I guess you can't just slap the word masterpiece on it and magically make it valuable. The real masterpiece version, the expedition one from OGW, is only $45. And they're letting this one pre-order around $30. So you can see the caliber of money we're looking at when this isn't even that good of a card. Next up, we got Buckleberry Fairy. Ah, yes. I too have played Oregon Trail. So it's actually Obero Palace in the Clouds. You can tap it for blue or pay 1, return it to its owner's hand. So that's actually a $60 card in the original Saviors of Kamigawa. Otherwise, they're actually asking $70 for this one. Okay. I mean, recurring landfall for 1. Yeah, I could see it. Next up, we got Glittering Caves of Aglarond, which is actually Gemstone Caverns. And that's roughly, historically, a $60 to $70 card. This version, they're only asking $74 on pre-order. Oh boy. So it's one of those, if it's in your opening hand and you're not the starting player, you may begin the game with this in play. And then with a luck counter on it, and if you do, exile a card from your hand. Okay. This is already weird. And then if you tap it, you can add 1 colorless, but if it has a luck counter on it, add 1 mana of any color. Well, that's not annoying, broken, or completely insane. Next up, we got Helm's Deep, which is actually Shinka, the Blood-Soaked Keep. That's about a $15 card from Champions of Kamigawa. You can tap it for red, or if you pay red and tap it, target legendary creature gains first strike until end of turn. Next up, Henneth Anun, or however you say it, who knows. Reflecting Pool is what it really is. One of the very underappreciated cards from around 2013 to 2016, just saying. I got mine for $7, and they went up to $50. So it's simple. Non-legendary land comes in untapped, and you can tap it and add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. Can you see how this would be a little bit underappreciated? Although right now they've finally reprinted it enough dang times, instead of just Shadowmoor, that it's like $8. Next up, Herugrim's Sword of Rohan, which is actually sort of Hearth and Home. Well, that was just an MH2, so it's only $15. So it's the Pro Green White Sword +2/+2, equip 2. And whenever a equipped creature deals common damage to a player, exile up to 1 target creature you own, then search your library for a basic land card, put both cards onto the battlefield under your control, then shuffle, which just seems weird. So optional flicker with a land fetch. Huh. Told you it was weird. But next up we got Inn of the Prancing Pony, which is secretly Pillar of the Perunes. I knew they were hiding somewhere. I just didn't know it was the Shire. Yeah, that's a $1 card. I mean, they're asking $6 for this, but come on, it's a $1 card. So you can tap it for any color, but you can only spend it on multicolored spells, which really narrows it down. You also can't pay for abilities with it. Next up, we got Meduseld Golden Hall of Edoras. And it enters tapped unless you control a plane, so single check land. You can tap for 1 white, or you can pay 4, tap it, and create a 1/1 white human creature token. Oh, yes. And this is a whopping $1, so let's move on. It's Minas Morgul, which is actually Cabal Coffers. It's around a $20 card. Its only ability is you can pay 2, tap it, and add 1 black mana to your mana pool for each swamp you control. Next up, Osgiliath, Fallen Capital, which is actually Core Haven. That's around a $20 card from Nemesis. Hello, a couple other reprints. Legendary land this time, you can tap it and add colorless, or if you pay 1+1 white, you can tap it and prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by target attacking creature this turn. Not plural, but trust me, this is annoying. It's a $20 card for a reason. Next up, Red Horn Pass, which is actually Mouth of, I can barely read that. It looks like Renome? Oh yeah, it's Renome or Renam or something. Alright, so it's a snow land. You can tap it for colorless, or you can pay 4 plus a snowball and sacrifice it, and it deals 4 damage to target creature. It's from Cold Snap and it's still only 50 cents. That's pretty sad. Next up, we got the Ring of Bara here, which is actually sort of the Animist. That's currently sitting at about an $18 card, and it was one of my best speculations of all time. I bought an unbelievably high number of them because I thought, this has got to go somewhere. It's a landfall card, it's a ramp card, it's recurring. How is this under $1? So I bought more than a couple, and then sold them 1 to 2 years later for, I don't know, 900% more. I made a huge fortune on it. I still sold them a little early. I should have sold half, but whatever. So yeah, it's a 2-cost legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature goes +1/+1. Who cares? The important part is whenever equipped creature attacks. As soon as you declare them as an attacker, this is on the stack. You may search your library for a basic land card, put it directly onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, equip to. What? Recurring free colorless landfall/ramp. Huh. Effectively lets you double drop lands. Yeah, this has always been a $10 card. It's just people took a while to realize it. Next up, Shards of Narsil, which is actually Thorn of Amethyst. Okay, so the Lorwyn version of that is worth some money. Otherwise, all the fake retro frame whatever nonsense is unsurprisingly about $1. It's a 2-drop regular artifact that says non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. That affects everyone, and it is annoying. Next up, we got the Dead Marshes. Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, because of course, and it's a legendary land. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types, and then you hit them with Swamp Walk. That is a $40 land, and to this day, I have already sold these out of my modern deck. Next up, White Tower of Ecthelion, I guess? I don't know this language, I tell ya. And it's actually Caracas, which used to be worth a ton of money. Now it's about $30 because nothing is worth money anymore. And they're asking $40 for this on pre-order. So legendary land, you can tap it, add 1 white, or tap it, return target legendary creature to its owner's hand. I mean, you just have to run this in the place of planes. And that is it. That is the last one. So pretty good lineup. I'd say the average just in my head is probably 10 to $20, maybe 15 on the dot, right around there. And no bomb $200 cards, because really there just aren't that many of them left. Hey, more lands in circulation. Too bad it's got to be Lord of the Rings or mixing up universes and disrespecting the 31 plus years of lore. Oh well, such is life when you don't care about anything other than money. Welcome to WotC, welcome to Hasbro. Don't buy this racist product from these awful people, and I'll see you guys next time.